Did you know that after the age of 60, our bodies lose an average of 3% of muscle mass and 1 to 2% of strength each year, making it much harder to get up from a chair, carry heavy objects, or even walk briskly? Research from the Journal of the American Geriatric Society shows that muscle loss after 60 not only reduces mobility but also increases the risk of falls by up to 40%, leading to fractures, loss of independence, and reduced life expectancy. The good news is that you can completely reverse this process without spending money on expensive foods. A year ago, I met John, a 68-year-old from Texas, who believed that to build muscle after 60, he had to eat organic beef, imported salmon, and take premium whey protein. But I proved the opposite. With just a few high-protein, budget-friendly foods bought right from the low-price section of an American supermarket, he gained 2.4 kilograms of lean muscle, increased his hand strength by 20%, and felt 10 years younger, all in just 3 months. To achieve this, you need to understand a truth that most people overlook. After age 60, your protein needs are higher than when you were younger. According to the Pierrot Age Study Group, adults over 60 should consume 1 to 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day, evenly distributed across 3 meals, with each meal providing around 25 to 30 grams of protein and 2.5 to 3 grams of leucine, the key amino acid that triggers muscle protein synthesis. If you don't meet this target, your body will continue to lose muscle, even if you eat until you feel full. That's why in this video, I, Dr. Emily Carter, with 20 years of experience in senior healthcare, will show you the 7 most effective, high-protein, yet extremely affordable foods you can find right in the supermarket to help you build muscle, maintain strength, and improve quality of life after 60. You'll be surprised to discover that some of the foods you eat every week have incredible muscle-building benefits you've never considered, and I want you to comment below which food you'll start with right after watching this video. Now, let's start with the first food. 1. Eggs. When it comes to high-protein, budget-friendly foods for building muscle after 60, eggs have always been at the top of my list. And that's no coincidence. 1 large egg contains about 6.3 grams of high-quality protein and roughly 0.5 grams of leucine, the key amino acid that triggers muscle protein synthesis. What's remarkable is that the leucine ratio in egg protein is ideal for people over 60, because at this age, our bodies require more leucine to switch on the muscle-building process. If you eat 4 large eggs a day, you'll get around 25 grams of protein and over 2 grams of leucine, nearly reaching the optimal 2.5–3 grams of leucine per meal recommended by studies from the Pierrot Age Study Group. Pair them with a glass of milk or a serving of Greek yogurt, and you'll hit the perfect threshold to stimulate muscle recovery and growth. Another advantage is cost. According to the latest USDA data from April 2025, the average price of eggs in the U.S. is about $5 per dozen, or roughly $0.43 per egg. That means getting 25 grams of protein from eggs costs just about $1.70, significantly cheaper than other animal protein sources like beef or salmon. And if you buy from the budget section, choose store-brand eggs, or purchase in bulk, the price can be even lower. Eggs are not only an excellent source of protein, but they also provide choline, an essential nutrient for brain health and memory, along with lutein and zeaxanthin, 2 powerful antioxidants that help protect eye health and reduce the risk of age-related macular degeneration, a common issue in older adults. This is why, for me, eggs are not just a muscle-building food, but also a longevity food. For preparation, I usually recommend my patients boil, poach, or lightly pan-sear eggs in a small amount of olive oil to preserve their nutritional value. Avoid deep frying or cooking at excessively high temperatures, as this can denature the protein and produce compounds harmful to heart health. A perfect breakfast for those over 60 can be as simple as 2 to 3 boiled eggs, a slice of whole grain bread, and a serving of vegetables or fruit, providing high-quality protein, fiber, satiety, and stable blood sugar. If you still believe that eggs raise cholesterol and harm heart health, remember that large-scale studies, including an analysis of over 177,000 adults, show that eating one egg per day does not increase heart disease risk in healthy individuals. Of course, if you have cardiovascular disease or lipid disorders, consult your doctor to adjust your egg intake accordingly. But for the vast majority of healthy older adults, eggs remain a low-cost, easily accessible, nutrient-dense, and highly effective protein source for maintaining and rebuilding muscle mass. 2. Chicken thighs, drumsticks. If eggs are the star of a high-protein breakfast, then chicken thighs or drumsticks are the perfect choice for lunch or dinner for anyone over 60 who wants to build muscle while still saving money. In just 4 ounces, about 113 grams, of cooked chicken thigh meat, you get 28 to 33 grams of high-quality protein rich in leucine, the amino acid your body needs more of after age 60 to trigger muscle protein synthesis. The leucine content in chicken is ideal, at about 8% of its protein, meaning that even a modest serving gets you close to the recommended 2.5 to 3 grams of leucine per meal. One of the main reasons I recommend chicken thighs to my patients is the cost. According to the latest USDA data, the average price for bone-in, skinless chicken thighs in the budget section is around $1.79 per pound, which works out to less than $0.45 for a serving that provides 25 to 30 grams of protein. Buying family packs or taking advantage of sales can bring the cost down even further, making it easier to sustain a high-protein diet every day without financial strain. Many people ask me, "Doctor, why not choose chicken breast? It's lower in fat." The truth is, while chicken breast is lower in saturated fat, chicken thighs are more tender, easier to eat, and richer in micronutrients, especially iron and zinc, which are essential for maintaining energy, immune function, and muscle recovery in older adults. If you remove the skin before cooking, the saturated fat content drops significantly, while the flavor remains delicious and far more palatable than a dry chicken breast. For cooking, I often advise my patients to remove the skin, lightly season with natural herbs and spices like garlic, pepper, and rosemary, then roast in the oven or cook in an air fryer. This method preserves the protein while minimizing unhealthy fats. You can also slow-cook chicken thighs with vegetables to get both protein and fiber-rich, vitamin-packed sides in one meal. A plate with 2 skinless chicken thighs, steamed broccoli, and roasted sweet potatoes can deliver 50 to 60 grams of protein, plus potassium, fiber, and antioxidants, making it an ideal main meal for anyone over 60. Additionally, chicken is an easily digestible protein source, making it suitable for those with sensitive digestion or recovering from illness. Compared to red meat, eating chicken regularly also reduces saturated fat intake, supporting heart health, a critical priority after age 60. And perhaps most importantly, this is a food you can find in any supermarket in the U.S., especially in the budget section, making it simple and sustainable to keep high-protein meals as a regular part of your diet. 3. Canned tuna. If you need a source of high-quality protein, budget-friendly, convenient, and long-lasting, canned tuna, especially the chunk light variety, is an almost perfect choice for anyone over 60 who wants to build and maintain muscle mass. A 5-ounce can, about 142 grams, drained, provides an average of 20 grams of pure protein, low in saturated fat, and rich in leucine. Just 1.5 cans will give you about 25 to 30 grams of protein per meal, the exact threshold recommended by studies to trigger muscle protein synthesis in older adults. In terms of cost, this is one of the cheapest animal protein sources you can buy in U.S. supermarkets. In the budget section or when choosing store brands, a can of chunk light tuna costs only about $1.18, meaning you'll spend less than $1.50 for a serving that provides 25 grams of protein. Compared to fresh fish or red meat, this option is not only cost-effective and nutrient-rich, but also shelf-stable for months, ensuring quality without the worry of spoilage. Canned tuna is not just high in protein, it also delivers omega-3 fatty acids, EPA, and DHA, which help reduce inflammation, protect heart health, improve blood circulation, and support brain function. Research shows that supplementing omega-3s alongside strength training can enhance muscle protein synthesis and increase strength in older adults. This is an advantage that many other protein sources cannot match at the same level as tuna. However, when choosing canned tuna, I always advise my patients to opt for chunk light in water instead of solid white albacore. The reason is that albacore contains about 3 times more mercury than light tuna, usually skipjack, and adults over 60 should limit heavy metal exposure to protect brain and nervous system health. According to FDA guidelines, light tuna can be safely consumed at 2-3 servings per week for most healthy adults. When it comes to preparation, canned tuna is extremely versatile. You can mix it with non-fat Greek yogurt instead of mayonnaise to cut saturated fat and boost protein. Make a tuna salad with leafy greens and whole grains, or sandwich it in whole grain bread for a quick lunch. A midday meal of 1.5 cans of light tuna mixed with vegetables, plus a slice of whole grain bread and a few slices of avocado, provides complete protein, fiber, healthy fats, and vitamins, all in under 10 minutes of prep time. What I love most about this food is its convenience. With canned tuna, you don't need refrigeration, you can take it on trips or picnics, and you can keep it stocked in your pantry for days when you don't have time to cook. It truly is a reliable companion for anyone over 60 to maintain daily protein intake, preserve muscle mass, protect cardiovascular health, and support longevity. 4. Dry lentils. Dry lentils are a true silent hero that I want every one of my patients to know about. Just 1 cup of cooked lentils, about 200 grams, provides 18 grams of high-quality plant-based protein, along with nearly 8 grams of fiber, helping you feel full longer, regulate blood sugar, and support digestion. If you increase the portion to 1.5 cups, you'll get around 27 grams of protein, enough to hit the recommended 25 to 30 grams of protein per meal to trigger muscle protein synthesis in older adults. The biggest strength of dry lentils is their incredibly low cost. If you buy them dry from the dry goods section or a discount store, you typically pay less than 150 cents per pound, and 1 pound can cook up to 6-7 cups of lentils, meaning the cost per gram of protein is far lower than most animal protein sources. This is especially ideal for those who want to maintain a high-protein diet daily while still keeping their budget in check. Nutritionally, lentils are not only rich in protein, but also provide folate, magnesium, potassium, and polyphenols, antioxidant compounds that help reduce inflammation, protect heart health, and brain function. Research published in the British Journal of Nutrition shows that adding legumes to your diet can improve insulin sensitivity, lower LDL cholesterol, and support weight control, all critical factors as we move past age 60. However, because plant-based protein from lentils contains less leucine than meat, fish, or eggs, to reach 2.5 to 3 grams of leucine per meal, I often recommend my patients pair lentils with an animal protein source like eggs or chicken, or with soy-based proteins like tofu. For example, a lunch of 1 cup of lentil stew, 1 boiled egg, and a serving of non-fat Greek yogurt will give you over 30 grams of protein, along with enough leucine to fully activate the muscle recovery and growth process. Another advantage of lentils is that they're easy to cook and store. Unlike many other legumes, they don't require overnight soaking. Just rinse them and cook in water or broth for 20 to 25 minutes, and you have a protein and fiber-rich dish ready to serve. You can prepare a large batch, divide it into portions, and store it in the refrigerator for 4 to 5 days, or freeze it for later. This ensures older adults always have a healthy protein source available, reducing the risk of skipping meals or turning to less nutritious fast food. With all these benefits, from affordability, high protein and fiber content, rich micronutrients, to cardiovascular protection and digestive support, dry lentils deserve a permanent place in the diet of anyone over 60 who wants to maintain strength, muscle mass, and overall health sustainably. 5. Non-fat Greek yogurt. If you're looking for a high-protein, budget-friendly, easily digestible food that supports muscle recovery after 60, non-fat Greek yogurt is one of the best choices I recommend my patients use daily. In every 6-ounce serving, about 170 grams, this yogurt provides an average of 17 grams of high-quality protein, most of it coming from casein and whey. These two proteins are absorbed at different speeds. Whey is absorbed quickly, delivering amino acids to your body almost immediately, while casein is digested slowly, providing a steady stream of nutrition for several hours. This combination makes Greek yogurt a perfect food for protecting and rebuilding muscle, especially when eaten in the evening. Just one 9-ounce serving, about 255 grams, gives you 25 grams of protein, enough to trigger muscle protein synthesis, according to the Purity Age Study Group recommendations for older adults. On top of that, Greek yogurt contains a good amount of leucine, helping to switch on the muscle-building process effectively. Pair it with a few slices of fresh fruit or a handful of unsalted nuts, and you'll have a snack that's high in protein and fiber, great for both muscle health and heart health. When it comes to cost, many people assume Greek yogurt is expensive, but if you buy a 32-ounce tub from store brands in the supermarket's budget section, the price is often 25 to 30% lower than buying individual cups. This makes it easy to maintain a daily protein habit without overspending. A large tub can last for multiple meals and stays fresh in the refrigerator for up to a week. The benefits of non-fat Greek yogurt go beyond protein. It's also a rich source of calcium, vitamin B12, and potassium, all essential for maintaining bone density, supporting the nervous system, and regulating blood pressure in people over 60. Even more, Greek yogurt contains probiotic bacteria that help improve gut health, increase nutrient absorption, and reduce systemic inflammation, a key factor in healthy aging. In terms of use, you can eat it plain, blend it into smoothies, or use it as a substitute for mayonnaise in salads to cut saturated fat while increasing protein. One tip I love is having a small serving of non-fat Greek yogurt about 30 to 60 minutes before bed. Thanks to its high casein content, it provides a steady supply of amino acids throughout the night, helping prevent muscle loss during sleep, something especially important for older adults. In short, non-fat Greek yogurt isn't just a tasty, versatile food that pairs well with many ingredients. It's a powerful nutritional tool that helps people over 60 maintain and build muscle, protect bone health, support digestion, and enhance overall quality of life every single day. 6. Tofu. If you're looking for a high-protein, budget-friendly, easy-to-cook, and digestion-friendly food to help build muscle after 60, tofu, especially firm or extra-firm varieties, is one I want you to bring into your kitchen today. The biggest advantage of tofu is its cost-to-protein efficiency. In a 100 gram serving, tofu provides about 8 to 10 to 12 grams of protein, depending on firmness and moisture level, meaning a 14-ounce block, all 396 grams, typically delivers 35 to 50 grams of protein. In practical terms, you'll need about 230 to 300 grams of tofu to reach 25 grams of protein in one meal, the target we aim for to trigger muscle protein synthesis in adults over 60. In terms of price, store-brand tofu in the budget section of U.S. supermarkets usually costs $2.49, $3.90 per 14 ounce block. Calculated as cost per 25 grams of protein, it typically comes to about $1.80, very competitive compared to red meat or fresh seafood. When it comes to protein quality, tofu made from soy has a well-balanced amino acid profile and is rich in arginine, which supports circulation and vascular health. While leucine levels in plant proteins are slightly lower than in meat, fish, or eggs, you can easily overcome this with a smart pairing. For example, 200 to 250 grams of pan-seared tofu, about 18 to 25 grams protein, plus 1 cup of low-fat milk or 6 ounces of non-fat Greek yogurt will boost the total protein of your meal to 30 to 35 grams, and bring leucine content close to the 2.5 to 3 g per meal threshold, enough to effectively switch on muscle building. This is an optimal strategy for older adults looking to gain muscle naturally while staying on budget. Another reason I often recommend tofu to older patients is its gentle impact on digestion and heart health. It's very low in saturated fat, provides beneficial unsaturated fats, and if you choose calcium-set tofu, made with calcium sulfate, 100 grams can supply 200 and 350 mg of calcium, a valuable bonus for maintaining bone density after 60. Tofu is also virtually cholesterol-free, making it ideal for supporting cardiovascular health, controlling blood pressure, and managing blood lipids as we age. For cooking, the drier you press tofu, the firmer the texture will be, and the better it will hold up to pan-searing or air-frying with minimal oil. I often guide my patients to press tofu for 15 to 20 minutes, marinate it with low-sodium soy sauce, ginger, pepper, and a bit of minced garlic, then pan-sear or bake at 200 degrees, about 400 degrees, for 12 to 15 minutes until the edges turn golden. You can cube it and toss it into a bowl of brown rice with steamed vegetables and Greek yogurt sauce. A complete high-protein, budget-friendly meal for someone over 60. For a quick American-style option, try a tofu bowl. 250 g baked tofu plus 1/2 cup of lentils or black beans, broccoli florets, and a spoonful of Greek yogurt sauce. This combination typically provides 30 to 35% of protein, plenty of fiber and micronutrients, keeps you full for hours, yet feels light on the stomach. Finally, here's a practical tip to keep the habit going. Cook 1 block of tofu over the weekend, portion it into 3-4 servings of 200 to 250 g, and store them in the fridge for quick lunches or dinners. When you always have a high-protein, affordable, versatile food like tofu ready to go, hitting 25 to 30 grams of protein per meal becomes simple, consistent, and sustainable. The exact formula we need to protect muscle mass, strength, and quality of life after 60. 7. Low-fat, non-fat milk. 1 240 ml cup of milk provides about 8 grams of high-quality protein with all the essential amino acids, especially leucine, the switch that triggers muscle protein synthesis. Just 3 cups of milk per day will give you 24 grams of protein and bring you close to the optimal 2.5 to 3 grams of leucine per meal recommended by the Pierrot Age Study Group for older adults. A major advantage of milk is that it not only provides protein, but is also rich in calcium, vitamin D, potassium, and vitamin B12. Micronutrients that are crucial for maintaining bone density, supporting the nervous system, and regulating blood pressure as we move past age 60. According to research published in the Journal of Nutrition, Health and Aging, regular consumption of low-fat dairy is associated with higher muscle mass and better functional mobility in older adults. In terms of cost, milk is one of the cheapest and most accessible animal protein sources in the U.S. If you buy a gallon of low-fat or non-fat milk from store brands in the budget section, prices are usually $2, $3 per gallon, which works out to less than $0.25 per cup, containing 8 grams of protein. This means you can get enough protein from milk for a nutritious snack or light meal for around $0.75. Another reason I always encourage my patients to drink milk is its versatility. You can drink it straight with breakfast or after a workout to aid muscle recovery. Mix it into oatmeal or smoothies, or use it as a base for soups and porridges to boost protein content without changing the flavor. For those who find it difficult to eat large amounts of meat, fish, or eggs, milk is a simple way to add high-quality protein without feeling overly full. If you're concerned about lactose, there are now many lactose-free milk options that maintain the same protein and micronutrient content, allowing you to enjoy all the nutritional benefits without digestive issues. And if your goal is to manage weight or cholesterol, choose low-fat or non-fat milk instead of whole milk to reduce saturated fat while still getting enough protein and essential nutrients. In short, low-fat or non-fat milk is a food that's not only rich in protein, affordable, and highly versatile, but also packed with calcium and vitamin D, key factors that help people over 60 maintain muscle mass, strong bones, a healthy immune system, and a higher quality of life every single day. Now, let me show you how to combine these 7 high-protein, budget-friendly foods into the perfect muscle-building meals for people over 60. The golden rule I always tell my patients is this: each meal should contain 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein and about 2.5 to 3 grams of leucine to trigger muscle protein synthesis, the process that helps your body build and repair muscle. This becomes more important than ever after age 60, because your body responds less effectively to lower amounts of protein. For example, at breakfast, you could pair 9 ounces of non-fat Greek yogurt with 2 boiled eggs. This meal provides about 38 to 40 grams of protein, hits the optimal leucine level, and includes probiotics for better digestion. At lunch, try 2 air-fried skinless chicken thighs with 1/2 cup of stewed lentils. For under $3, you'll get nearly 45 grams of protein, plus fiber, iron, and potassium for heart health. For dinner, 1.5 cans of chunk light tuna mixed with greens and a cup of low-fat milk will give you 33 grams of easily digestible protein, along with omega-3s and calcium. If you prefer a vegetarian plan, you could combine 250 grams of pan-seared tofu with 1 cup of stewed lentils. This provides enough protein, is rich in micronutrients, and feels light for dinner. And remember, to maximize results, spread your protein evenly across all 3 meals instead of loading it all into dinner. Science shows that even protein distribution helps older adults maintain muscle mass and strength more effectively, improves mobility, and reduces the risk of falls. By following this principle, you can turn 7 simple, inexpensive foods into clinically proven muscle-building meals, keeping you strong, flexible, and confident at any age past 60. Before we wrap up, I want to share 5 evidence-based tips to help you get the most out of these high-protein, budget-friendly foods. First, don't just count grams of protein. Count leucine. Leucine is the amino acid switch that triggers muscle protein synthesis. Make sure each meal contains about 2.5 to 3 grams of leucine, which you can get from 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein from meat, fish, eggs, dairy, or soy. Second, spread your protein evenly over all 3 main meals instead of loading it into one large dinner. Studies show that older adults who distribute protein evenly maintain muscle mass and strength more effectively, improve mobility, and lower their risk of falls. Third, pair protein intake with resistance training at least 2 to 3 times per week. Simple exercises like sit to stand from a chair, light dumbbell lifts, or resistance band workouts, combined with 25 to 30 grams of protein right after training, create a synergistic effect that helps muscles recover and grow faster. Fourth, shop smart to save in the long run. Buy family packs, store-brand items from the budget section, and stock up during sales. For example, chunk light tuna and skinless chicken thighs offer some of the lowest cost per gram of protein while remaining nutrient-dense. Finally, don't forget safety. Limit chunk light tuna to 2 to 3 servings per week to avoid mercury exposure. Rinse canned beans to reduce sodium, and monitor your total saturated fat intake if you have heart disease. If you follow all 5 of these principles, combined with the 7 high-protein, budget-friendly foods I've shared, you'll have a sustainable, cost-effective nutrition strategy that protects your muscle mass, strength, and quality of life well past age 60, forming the foundation for healthy, active, and confident aging. We've just explored 7 high-protein, affordable foods that are incredibly effective for building and maintaining muscle in people over 60. By applying the 25 to 30 grams of protein and 2.5 to 3 grams of leucine per meal rule, along with consistent resistance training, you'll notice significant improvements in your strength, energy, and mobility in just a few months. The best part? All of these foods can be found right in the budget section of your local U.S. supermarket. No expensive superfoods required. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Out of these 7 foods, Which one will you start with to build your high-protein muscle meal? Leave a comment below so we can discuss. And don't forget to subscribe to Senior Health Zone and turn on notifications so you won't miss the next video, where I'll share more nutrition and lifestyle strategies to keep you strong, flexible, and full of confidence at every age after 60.